Good evening. I want to welcome you and call to order this meeting of the Floresville ISD Board of Trustees for the date of October 6, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Let the record show that there is a quorum of board members present. Myself, Stephen Shadrock, Mr. Craig Muse, Ms. Lyanna Martinez, Mr. Marshall Fleer, Mr. Jason Sabota, Ms. Bonna Reed, and Dr. Joe Odom. Furthermore, let the record show that this meeting has been duly posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. This is an open meeting and we welcome members of the public to observe. Please note that the public comments should be reserved for the public comment portion of the agenda. We kindly ask that no comments or questions be made outside of that time. Should you have any comments or questions, we welcome you to contact the district administration directly. Thank you for your cooperation. Ms. Martinez will now lead us in prayer, followed by Dr. Odom with the pledges.
Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight with grateful hearts, thankful for the opportunity to serve our students, staff, and community. Guide our hearts and minds as we make decisions that impact the education and well-being of our children. May we lead with wisdom, integrity, and compassion, always keeping the best interest of our students at the center of our work. We lift up our teachers, administrators, and support staff who dedicate themselves each day to nurturing and inspiring young minds. Grant them strength, patience, and encouragement as they shape the future. We also pray for our students that they may grow in knowledge, kindness, and confidence, supported by a community that believes in their potential. As we begin this meeting, may our words and actions be guided by respect, humility, and a shared commitment to the success and well-being of our schools. Bless our work tonight and help us serve with wisdom and unity. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Mr. Fleer will now recite our FISD vision and mission statements.
The FISD vision statement is character, knowledge, competence. Our mission statement is FISD is committed to the development of innovative, lifelong learners who possess character traits to achieve personal and professional success.
Mr. Mutes will now lead and recite our FISD goals.
The FISD goals are excellent student outcome, superior workplace environment, exceptional customer service and community engagement, strategic resource management.
We will now do a round robin of the board recitation of the FISD core beliefs. Our FISD core beliefs are, in IFSD, we believe all students feel safe and supported in a developmentally and academically challenging environment.
Families are a welcome partner in their children's education.
Faculty and staff are compassionate, dedicated, affable individuals who are student-centered.
Campus leadership is fair, equitable, and clearly communicates and engages with stakeholders.
Superintendent and central administration lead with integrity, transparency, and clear communication to provide a well-resourced educational environment.
Trustees provide student-centered and fiscally responsible leadership in transparent and ethical support of all stakeholders.
We will now have the recognition of the teacher and students of the month.
I've got the overview real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll do the overview of good governance and code of ethics.
Thank you.
Each month we highlight one of our good governance indicators and code of ethics that the FISD Board of Trustees follow to promote the best interest of the district as a whole. For this month, the code of ethics, we are highlighting integrity of character. I will refuse to surrender judgment to an individual or group at the expense of the district as a whole. I will consistently uphold all applicable laws, rules, policies, and governance procedures. I will not disclose information that is confidential by law or that will needlessly harm the district if disclosed. Our good governance indicator for the month is board actions is board actions reinforce the central importance of board adopted goals and the day-to-day work of the district.
Thank you, Mr. Savoy, for making sure I stay on track. We will now have the recognition for Teacher and Students of the Month. Ms. Wagner and Ms. Cruz will now pass it over to y'all. Thank y'all.
We're going to start with Ms. Wagner.
Ms. Wagner first.
Early childhood.
Good evening. Good evening, President Shirok, Dr. Gilstrap, and the board. My name is Diana Wagner. I'm the proud principal of Floresville Early Childhood Center, and I'd like for my Teacher of the Month, Ms. Espinosa, to come on up. No pressure. No pressure. So this is Mrs. Yvette Espinosa. She's one of our Floresville Early Childhood teacher, and she is our Teacher of the Month. She's a proud graduate of UT and UTSA, and she's been teaching for 24 years. She previously taught in Crystal City, Alice, Corpus, and Leander ISD, and she moved to Floresville in 2021, and she joined the FISD family in January of 2023. Ms. Espinosa is one of 6 of our Head Start teachers, and she currently teaches the 4-year-old classroom, one of our 4-year-old classrooms. So Ms. Espinosa is a teacher that I send all of my staff to when it's time to train and see how it's done. She has a lot of experience and a whole bunch of tricks up her sleeves when it comes to our littles. She incorporates quality teaching along with appropriate pre-K strategies and techniques. Even though she's powered up daily with a huge Dr. Pepper, she is very calm. She's got a very calm disposition and knows everything about her students. If I didn't give you Dr. Pepper, you probably wouldn't be calm. She has a great relationship with the families and can offer advice, feedback, suggestions on just about anything to any one of our staff members. She has great attendance, attention to detail. She's always very, very, very positive. She speaks kindly to our students and willingly helps her coworkers to ensure they have the tools they need to be successful. Mrs. Espinosa is the teacher you want your kids or your grandkids to have, and know that they will be safe, treated kindly, and learn a whole bunch while they're there with her. I've worked with Ms. Espinosa since the campus opened in 2023, and I'm proud to be her principal. She's a joy to work with, and an amazing teacher and a mentor for fellow teachers. She truly deserves this award, and I'm very proud to present it to her. So congratulations. There you are.
The Lions Club members, if y'all like to come up and present something to Ms. Espinosa.
Go ahead. The Lions Club, we would like to present you a token of how, just a small token we're so proud of you and all that you do for FISD. Thank you so much.
Ms. Espinosa, we are so proud of you as a board. Your experience speaks for itself. And I want to say for the board and for myself, we are so proud of you. To work with our littles and get them on the right track, that's a challenge. No wonder you need Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's here.
Yes, maybe more than one Dr. Pepper, I don't know. But we're thankful. We're thankful for you and thankful for all that you do. Thank you for your love and dedication to our students and also to the staff. I know that they appreciate you, we appreciate you and love you, and thank you for being part of the FISD family. Thank you.
She did tell you to have a picture.
Yes, you did, just right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
There we go. Oh, hold on, let's get it with just her, and then we'll take the lines.
Okay, then we'll add us.
You can stay there.
You can stay there.
Yeah, I got double shirts.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right, come on in, Lions Club.
Dr. Odom?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Okay. 1, 2. Okay.
All right. If you don't mind, take the awards I have. Thank you very much.
So proud to have her. Thank y'all.
Lots of patience, thank you.
Oh, she does. I want to buy some from her someday.
All right, next up is Miss Cruz from North Elementary.
If I can have Ava and Jacob and Miss Barrett come up. All right. So the first student that we have that we want to recognize from FNE is Ava Gamble. She is one of our 5th grade students. She was nominated for Student of the Month because she has exceptional student and true leadership in the classroom. She is extremely smart, well-versed, and consistently demonstrates strong learning skills. Ava is a role model to her classmates, always setting a positive example through her work ethic, responsibility, and kindness. Her dedication to learning and willingness to help others makes her a standout student who embodies the qualities we value the most. Ava has a genuine passion for reading and writing, which shines through her work and her conversations about books. She also serves as a safety patrol, taking her responsibility seriously and showing maturity beyond her years. As a member of the Gifted and Talented program, she continuously challenges herself and excels in her studies. Ava's love for learning, combined with her leadership and integrity, makes her an aspiring presence at our school. Ava's future goals will either be to be a creator of prosthetics to support people and animals with special needs and helping their life easier, or working as an environmental biologist, where she can learn about the environment and tell people how they can fix it. Ava's favorite teacher is Miss File, her GT teacher, who she says inspires her with new challenges and kindness. Outside of school, Ava enjoys playing basketball, taking art classes, and spending time with family and friends. Ava's parents say, "We have raised Ava to be kind and empathetic. She demonstrates daily efforts to be self-sufficient while caring for others. As our only child, we fully support her and are incredibly proud of the person she's becoming." So congratulations, Ava. You're a shining example to your classmates through your hard work, kindness, and leadership. Next, we have Jacob Morales. He is one of our 5th grade students who was nominated because he brings life and energy to our classrooms each and every day through his humor, excitement for learning, and natural leadership. He uses his strengths to draw others into learning experiences, making every student feel included and valued. Jacob is also a compassionate individual who notices when someone is in need, whether it's to help them with schoolwork or simply needing a friend. He steps in with kindness and support. His ability to lift others up while keeping the classroom fun and engaging makes him an outstanding role model and a true asset to our class. Jacob's favorite subject is science, where he enjoys learning about chemical reactions, forces, gravity. Jacob admires all of his teachers and values the support they provide. Looking ahead, he hopes to attend LSU and pursue his dream of becoming an NFL player. Outside the school, Jacob loves sports. He plays both basketball and football and currently is serving as the starting center. He also enjoys spending time outdoors with his friends playing video games. Jacob's parent says he's willing to help others and balances his focus between academics and sports. At home, he is caring and a supportive big brother, and his family sees him as a true leader who lives with strong faith and love for God. Jacob, congratulations. Your energy, leadership, and kindness make the difference every day, and you inspire people around you. And then we want to recognize Ms. Barrett, our 5th grade science teacher. Today we celebrate her who has transformed science from a subject into an experience. Someone who turns curiosity into courage and classrooms. Ms. Barrett is more than just a science teacher. She's a guide, a mentor, and a spark for imagination. In her classroom, science doesn't live in the textbooks. It comes alive with hands-on experiences for her students. Whether they're building models, conducting experiments, exploring the outdoors, or questioning the why behind the world around them, her students are engaged, empowered, and encouraged every single day. What truly sets Ms. Barrett apart is her heart. She not only not only is knowledgeable, but deeply compassionate in her work. She sees each student for who they are and what they can become. She builds strong, positive relationships that extend far beyond the lesson plan. Her classroom is a safe space where students feel seen, heard, and valued. And because of that, her students aren't afraid to take risks. Her team shared that Ms. Barrett is an exceptional educator whose passion and energy for science shine through everything she does for her students. Her enthusiasm for teaching, love for learning, and constant encouragement makes a lasting impact not only to her students, but also on her colleagues. Her support has helped others feel more confident and successful, and her team agrees that she's truly the best. Thank you, Ms. Barrett, for reminding us that all great teaching doesn't just educate, it elevates.
I believe the Lions Club has something for you all as well.
Don't go anywhere. All right. These are a small token, and thank you for being such a good student, and y'all involved in so much. I don't know how, Jacob, how you do it all, and y'all have got great leadership ability. Ms. Barrett, I would like to thank you for all that you do, and I taught for 38 years, so it's a chore to sometimes do it, but evidently you don't make it a chore.
I also want to thank the Lions Club again, as always, for their support of the district, for recognizing our students and our staff, for doing an outstanding job. So thank you all, Lions Club. Each student will also be receiving gift certificates from Green Acres as well. So they've made a donation to the district each month for our students of the month. So congratulations to them, and thank you all for your support. Dr. Oak?
Ava, we're so proud of you, and I'll tell you, to know your parents and the job that they have done, congratulations. Man, what a wonderful student, a gifted student, and we are so proud of you and all your accomplishments. I can't wait to see what God has for you in the future, because it's going to be big, I promise you. And I'm so thankful for you and thankful for your Student of the Month, and we congratulate you. Jacob, as your pastor, I know you probably better than anybody. And by the way, you use my office sometimes as your science projects by throwing footballs and things like that. And gravity does take over. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you are an honest young man, full of integrity, and you represent, first of all, the Lord Jesus Christ well, but you represent our community well at school. And I've already told Coach Martinez about you. And he's looking forward to having you on the football team. And we need you. You are a center, and we need a center anytime, any place. And we're looking forward to you playing football and continue your career. Listen, I'm so proud of you as your pastor. We're proud of you as a board. And by the way, is that a gift certificate from Whataburger? Yeah, you'll share that with me, right? Okay. You know what's good for you. No, just kidding. All right, Jacob. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And Miss Barrett, I'll tell you, science was one of my favorite subjects too in school, as well as recess and PE. But listen, thank you so much for what you have done in the classroom. Your dedication to the students is very evident. And they love you, and we love you. And thank you for being part of the FISD family. We appreciate you.
It's not up here, just a little bit. There, right there.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2.
And then now, one
You're
from the
good?
Lions.
Come on up, hold on. Come on up, Lions. One more picture. There you go. Yellow vest.
Dr. Odo.
Oh.
Ready? 1, 2.
All All right.
Where y'all
Tell you hello.
Yeah, there you go. Shake your hand.
Keep it up.
If you don't mind shaking the board's hand. Congratulations, David. If you don't mind shaking the board's hand.
Thank you.
Come on, fifth grade, it's always so fun.
Yes, I love it.
Congratulations. Job well done. Job well done.
Hey, neighbor. We're always meeting. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, what Josh, for all you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do, sir. I appreciate it.
It shows. Up, Jacob. Thank y'all.
Congratulations, Jacob.
Congratulations. Good day. Congratulations. Good job. Congratulations, Ava.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Petrie, do we have any the public comments? No, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. We will now have the superintendent report by Dr. Gilstrap.
Yes, board members, as a part of the homecoming activities a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks back, our king and queen nominees competed in a coin drive for a charity of their choice. Overall, these students raised $3,559 for local charities that they selected. Our winners, Alexa Vasquez and Brody Turner, made their donation to FISD Family and Community Services Department, which we'll be getting to that as a part of our consent agenda. Madison Harden and Nolan Garcia, they raised money for the Floresville Food Bank. And Isabella Moronis and Austin Byer donated money for the Children's Alliance of South Texas. Each of these students did a great job. These are all great organizations that service our community and our families that are in need. And I want to thank them for making those donations possible. It just goes to show you the character of our students in our district whenever we do things to give back. This week we will be hosting our first Friday camp. We have been working with Right at School to organize the camp to meet the needs of our families. Thus far, as of this morning, we had 87 students signed up for the program this week. The deadline to sign up each week is Tuesday, so that deadline will be tomorrow for this Friday. We continue to receive updates on Senate Bill 12, the Parent Bill of Rights from TEA. The district website has been updated and will include updates on information that is still coming out and forthcoming as TEA develops that. We also continue adding other information items to the page as well. The purpose of this is to provide a central location for our families and our community to receive information as it comes out, and we develop local policies and procedures as well as await those from TEA and SBEC. We'll be housing those on that central location page on the district website. As we've been talking about, the School Library Advisory Committee, otherwise known as the SLAC. The SLAC will be presented for board approval in November. Each board member should provide one individual recommendation to be included on that committee. That'll be the voting members of that committee. So please provide these recommendations to Ms. Brooks as she collects names, and she'll also be in contact with those names that are nominated and given, so make sure we talk to them about what the SLAC is, how it's going to work, are they interested in participating. Again, we'll have that committee available or prepared by next month for board approval so we can move forward with that process. Each year we take an opportunity to review and approve the board operating procedures. These are important as they provide guidance on how the board will conduct meetings and the operations of the district. These are available on the district website, and a hard copy has been provided for each of you tonight. We just want to encourage you to take an opportunity to review that, provide feedback as we prepare for that November board meeting. We can incorporate any suggested changes or anything like that. There are some changes that I'll be making or recommending based on some of the new laws and some of the new procedural things. So there are some changes that will be made based on new laws, and I'll take care of those. But please feel free to review that, give me any feedback that you might want to incorporate. The first home game tailgate will be this week. We're excited to offer this opportunity for our community. We encourage everyone interested in participating to visit the district website for more information. I believe right now, so far, we have 4 slots of our 13 that have been taken for this first week, so we're excited about that. Just a reminder, the regular November board meeting will be held 1 week later than usual. This is due to the election that will be held in November. That'll give us an opportunity to canvass the election results as well as swear in any new board members, and that'll be on, the meeting will be on Monday, November the 10th. So again, that's going to be pushed back a week later than it usually is. So make sure all of our administrators are marking their calendars as well. Trunk or treat at North Elementary is Thursday, October the 23rd. We'll have a booth set up for board members and administration to participate, so please let me or Alyssa know if you'll be available to attend that, so we can make sure we're prepared to do that. Provided is the attendance and enrollment information as we still go through the year. We still remain a little lower than what we were last year on enrollment. However, our attendance is higher than it has been in the past, and so that's been a good thing. We've done a great job of communicating with our families about making sure everyone's at school and on time. There are some events listed there, so we encourage you to look those over. Are there any questions? Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Gilstrap. We will now report on the continuing education hours for the Board of Trustees. Under State Board of Education rule, completing the required continuing education each year of service is a basic obligation and expectation of any sitting the board member. Per policy BBD legal, as board president, I'm required to announce the name of each member who has completed the required continuing education, has exceeded the required continuing education, and is deficient in meeting the required education. I, Stephen Shadraff, has exceeded the required continuing education training. Mr. Craig Mutes has exceeded the required continuing education training. Ms. Lana Martinez has exceeded the required continuing education training. Mr. Marshall Fleer has exceeded the required continuing education training. Mr. Jason Sabota has exceeded the required continuing education training. And Ms. Bonner Reed has exceeded the continuing education training. Dr. Odom has exceeded the required to continue education. I thank all of y'all for making that commitment this last year. I mean, we all know it's not easy, but for those that made the opportunity to attend the summer conference, that was great. But so I thank y'all for that.
And I just want to say, as the superintendent, I appreciate the time that y'all put in. That is hours on top of everything else that we do that is required, and y'all do a great job of going above and beyond. So thank you for your dedication. And those hours go unpaid, but we do want to thank you as a community, as a superintendent, as a district. Thank you for you dedicating yourself to continuing education. So thank you all very much.
That doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you. Next, we will have our bilingual exception ESL waiver report by Ms. Castillo and Ms. Brooks.
Good evening, President Shadraff, Board of Trustees, Dr. Gilstrap. I'd like to introduce Tanya Castillo, our Coordinator of Special Programs, who is over our bilingual and ESL program, and she's going to share our annual report and information regarding an ESL waiver.
Good evening, President Shadrack, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Gilstrap. Tonight I will be sharing the required annual evaluation report on our bilingual education and English as a second language program. So, right. In your board packets, we've included more data, including every grade level star and TELPAS results, but I wanted to highlight a few at each campus. In 5th grade, this is the percentage of our emergent bilingual students who met the approaches level in reading, math, and science compared to the state. The percents highlighted in green is where we are above the state. And in 8th grade, they are tested in all subjects, and we are above the state in 3 out of 4 subjects. At the high school, due to 5x5, students could take an EOC end of course in December or in the spring. In the fall, we exceeded the state in every test. Due to the 5x5, we tested most of our first-time testers in the fall, particularly in algebra. Okay. I also wanted to report on our students' progress towards becoming proficient in English. Every one of our emergent bilingual or EB students must take the TELPAS, which is the Texas English Language Proficiency Assessment to measure English acquisition. The students are tested in 4 domains: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Then they are scored as beginning, intermediate, advanced, or advanced high. For this presentation, I pulled out our percentage of students who scored at advanced high. The reason I want to highlight this is because students need a composite score of advanced high to meet reclassification requirements, which I'll elaborate more on in a minute. Again, I highlighted the areas in green where we are performing above the state in advanced high category. In middle school, we did really well in speaking, and elementary did really well in writing. 10% of our campus closing the gap domain for accountability rating comes from the English language proficiency status. The English language proficiency status component evaluates the current TELPAS results for grades K through 12 against the prior year to determine if the students made progress towards proficiency. For the 24-25 school year, Floresville South and Floresville Middle School earned 100% of the possible points for English language proficiency. I want to give kudos to South for receiving 100% because for the 23-24 school year, they had 0%. So that's a huge improvement for them.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The next topic I want to cover is the number of emergent bilingual students who reclassified, which means they no longer need supports in English language. Students who meet a composite score of advanced high, as well as meeting the approaches level on the reading star, can be reclassified as a non-emergent bilingual student. Last year, we had 23 students from 4th through 11th grade meet reclassification. This is higher than our previous year. The other thing I need to share is our professional learning opportunities. Along with support from Region 20 last year, we were also able to take teachers from multiple campuses to the Title III Symposium in San Antonio, which is funded by our Title III grant that is specific to emergent bilingual students. This gave the teachers the opportunity to pick from a wide range of activities to build their capacity in the classroom. Now that we've been through the overview of the data, the last area I need to report on is that we will apply for an English as a second language waiver to the Commissioner because we do not currently have ESL certified teachers in all English language arts classrooms at the high school where emergent bilingual students are enrolled. And we did have a waiver last year as well, so here's where we are right now. As you can see, we have no students placed in pre-K through 8 with teachers who are not either bilingual or ESL certified. Last year, we applied for the waiver at the high school for 4 teachers. For those, 3 became certified. This year, we had some staffing changes at the high school and hired 2 new English 1 teachers. So we've got 2 English 1 teachers and an English 3 teacher that will be applying for a waiver. Right. Part of the process for applying for the waiver is we must set aside a certain percentage of our funding for professional learning. We are contracting with Region 20 to provide coaching support for all our bilingual and ESL teachers. Teachers on waiver will participate in training with Region 20 to prepare for the ESL exam. Once teachers complete and pass the exam and apply for the certification on their teaching certificate, we will reimburse them the cost of the assessment. We had success last year offering the ESL Texas Prep, where 3 out of 4 teachers became certified, so we're hoping to have the same success. We will offer content-based language instruction training for all teachers later in the year and invite teachers to attend the Title III Symposium again next summer. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
What percentage did you say counts towards the closing the gaps?
It is 10% of
domain 3.
Of domain 3. So it's like 4.
And we got 3 of them certified last year, and those 3 left.
One went down to middle school, and we still have 2 of them at the high school. So,
Great progress.
thank you.
Thank you.
And everything else? All right.
Next on the agenda is item number 5. First action item is a consent agenda by Dr. Gilstrap.
Board members, typical consent agenda is included, but we do have 3 donations that I want to recognize. Each of these is over $1,000, which is why it's approved or needs board approval for accepting it. The first one is from our homecoming court, Brody Turner and Alexia Vasquez. They got first place in the coin drive, and they are donating $2,380.60. And whenever you're doing coin drives, the 60 cents matter. So $2,300 that these students are donating to our Family and Community Services Department for our kids that are in need, especially with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming around. So I really want to thank those students for making that donation to a great charity, a great organization. We also have a couple of donations for baseball. Callahan Road Animal Hospital is donating $4,000 to the baseball program, and J. Anthony Electrical Contractors is also donating $2,251.70 to the baseball program. They're wanting to get some jackets and duffel bags and things like that go above and beyond what we provide through our budget. So do want to recognize all 3 of those donations and thank everyone for their support. If there's not any questions, administration recommends the board approve the consent agenda as presented.
Mr. President, move to accept administration recommendation.
I second.
So we have a motion by Mr. Sabota and a second by Ms. Reed. Any further questions or discussions on the item? Show of hands in favor of the motion. 7-0. Motion passes. We will now consider approval of the 2024 financial audit by Ms. Engel.
Good evening, Mr. Shadrack, Dr. Gilstrap, fellow members of the board. This evening I come to you with our annual audit for the 24-25 school year, which must be approved per TEA by November 27th and then submitted to TEA. I have Mr. Derek Walker here with our audit firm. He's a partner with the audit firm Coleman Horton and Company to go through and give you a few of the highlights.
Sorry to make you wait so long back there.
No, it's all right. It's all
Back
right.
forward.
No, it's the kids and the presentations. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
So the last thing y'all want to do is hear me speak, right?
It's an audit. It's interesting.
You know, I'll keep it short and sweet. Thank y'all for having me tonight. Here to present the audit, just like Mrs. Engel specified. Going to keep it short and sweet. If y'all don't mind, I'm just going to go over our opinion letters and then also some fund balance numbers and some budget. We try to get this out to y'all early, so if y'all have any questions, you know, y'all can ask them at this time. Very informal, stop me. We can go over them now. So, do y'all have audit books or is it on your book board? Okay, so perfect. Page 4. This is our first opinion letter. It briefly states that we audited the district's financial statements as of June 30th, 2025. We did so using accounting and auditing standards generally accepted in the United States of America. And we believe we were able to obtain enough evidence that the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the operations of the district, also known as a clean or unmodified audit opinion. And this is the highest level of assurance that an auditor can give on a set of financial statements. There are 2 other audit opinions in the back. So if a district receives federal funds, they're supposed to have an audit on their internal controls and compliance. And if a district receives over $750,000 in federal funds, they're required to have an audit on their major federal programs. These were both clean or unmodified opinions. Nothing to report Fed-wise, state-wise, or any other matter. So if you don't mind, we turn to page 13. Page 13, and I go over the schedule with y'all every year if anyone's new. This in essence is your profit and loss, your income statement for the year. There's different columns. That first column's for your general fund. Your general fund is your main operating account. This is what collects the majority of your
I think we're on a different page.
Okay.
We go to page 13, we're looking at our long.
Sorry, page 19.
The bottom.
19, I'm sorry.
That was a test. We'll follow along.
I got a question, I love it.
Oh, you're okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So page 19 is your income statement, and it presents, that first column is your general fund. That's your main operating account. Collects a bulk of your property tax revenue, collects a bulk of your state aid, also pays the majority of your salaries. Second column is your debt service fund. This is restricted funds. You assess the property tax to pay off the bonded indebtedness of the district. And then in that third column, we lump up all the other little non-major funds together. This includes your child nutrition, your campus activity funds, your Title I. They're all in that one column. There is a schedule in the back. If you ever want to see the details of those funds, you can go and look. They're called Exhibit H1 and H2. So looking at your general fund, just going to go over a couple line items. Looking at your total revenues, 4 lines from the top. First column, total revenues for the general fund was $42,421,000. Go down about 3/4 of the way down, your total expenses were $41,465,000. This gave the district an increase in fund balance of $956,000 during the year. The general fund ended up with an ending fund balance of $12,281,981. That's that bottom line down there. We haven't seen very many increases as the districts are kind of back and forth with the property taxes and the state funding. So, you know, good for the district with staying in their budget constraints and keeping a tight budget. Your second column is your debt service fund. Your debt service fund, 3/4 of the way down, increased $1.7 million, leaving that with an ending fund balance of just under $9 million. Your other funds, they had a decrease of $348,000, leaving them with an ending fund balance of a little under $1.6 million. So looking at the district overall as a whole, fund balance, that far right column went up $2,345,000, leaving the district with an ending fund balance of $22,863,916. So you look at your fund balance and your general fund, and that's a lot to you and me individually. But if you look at that on a monthly basis, I mean, it's 3.5 months worth of your operating expenses. So. Last schedule I would like to go over is page 56. I'll let y'all get to it to make sure we're on the same page.
Exhibit G1?
Yes, sir. Exhibit G1. So Exhibit G1 is the general fund's budgetary comparison schedule. That first column is your original budget. That's passed right before the start of the new year, normally passed in June. That second column is your final amended budget. So you have your budget amendments during the year. This is what the final amended is. Third column is your actual amounts. This is your actual dollar amounts, actual cash received, actual expenses went out. And the fourth column is your variance between budget and your amended. So looking at that far right column and looking at your total revenues, 4 lines down, came in $458,000 more than what was anticipated. You can see that your local revenues, which would be more likely property taxes, was a little bit more. Your state program revenues were a little bit more, while federal revenues were less. Looking at your total expenses, they came in under budget by $441,431. Once again, y'all did a great job staying underneath budget on all these, so it's you know, good to see that. Overall, like I said, it was a clean audit. We enjoyed coming down here. Good folk, good people. So this is Early Childhood Center, right? Over here? Okay, yeah, she deserves an award. we're over there right by Lindsay over there. There's a couple, yeah, I wish God would give me a little bit of that patience.
It takes special patience.
It does, yes sir. Yes sir. Sorry to get off the subject, but I just wanted to comment on her because of the 4 or 5 days we were here. She made her money. But if y'all ever have any questions, we're always available. Our number's at the top of our opinion letters. Please give us a call. Any questions, a lot of people don't like to ask them in open forum, but if y'all just want to know more, we'd be more than happy to answer them. So, thank you.
Can't sleep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, one deal on page 3. Let me see if I got that page number right. It's your certificate of board. I would like Mr. President and Mr. and Mrs. Secretary. I can't see. I'm at that point where I kind of need glasses, but I don't. Please have that signed.
Yeah, I'll email it.
Okay, perfect. Good. Well, thank y'all.
Thank you.
If y'all have any questions, I'm gonna hit the road.
Safe travels back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good week.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. If there are no questions, administration recommends the board approve the 24-25 audit as presented by Coleman Horton and Company.
Mr. President, I make the motion to accept the administration's recommendation.
I'll second that. We have a motion by Dr. Odom and a second by Mr. Mutes. Any further discussion or questions regarding the motion? Show of hands in favor. Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Engel.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Engel.
you.
Yes, great job in
So thank you and your team.
Yes, sir.
keeping us in line.
Thank you.
Next, we will consider approval of 2025-2026 Instructional Materials Committee by Ms. Brooks.
Good evening again, Board President Shadrach and Dr. Gilstrap. The board is required to approve the membership of the District Instructional Materials Adoption Committee. Included in this packet are the names of staff members who have been nominated to serve on the committee for the reading language arts, phonics, and math adoptions. The State Board of Education is scheduled to release approved materials for consideration in December. Do you have any questions? If there are no questions, administration recommends the board approve the 2025-2026 Instructional Materials Adoption Committee membership as presented.
I'll move to accept the administration's recommendation.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Mr. Marshall Clear, a second by Jason Sabota. Any further questions or discussions on the motion? Show of hands in favor. 7-0. Thank you. Now we will consider approval of the amendment to the 2022-2027 District of Innovation. Had to double check that date. So it's the innovation again by Ms. Brooks.
Thank you very much. Floresville ISD currently has a District of Innovation, or DOI, plan that covers 2022 to 2027. The district would like to propose one amendment to our plan. In following the Texas education process to amend a DOI plan, the district convened an innovation committee to review needed innovations as a response to new requirements from the 89th legislative session. The final draft plan was presented in a public meeting to the DOI committee, who voted to present the plan to the board for consideration. The final step is board approval of the amendment. The FISD District of Innovation Plan proposed amendment contains the following innovation. Floresville ISD has and will continue to adhere to an established grievance policy with procedures and timelines as outlined in its local board policies DGBA, FNG, and GF. Are there any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, administration recommends the board approve the amendment to the 2022-2027 District of Innovation Plan as presented.
Mr. President, I move to accept the administration's recommendation.
Second.
We have a recommendation by Mr. Mutes and a second by Ms. Bonnereed. Any further discussion or questions on the subject? Show of hands in favor. 7-0, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll consider approval of the administrator's outside service agreement by Ms. Donish.
Good evening, President Shadrach, Dr. Gilstrap, and Board of Trustees. So I am here to present an administrator's outside service agreement. Texas House Bill 3372, which just took effect in June, restricted the ability of administrators to receive outside compensation for like contract work that they do with other school districts and other education entities. They do restrict, they exclude board managers, assistant superintendents, and superintendents
from receiving outside funds for contract services. However, with board approval, they will allow an administrator to do outside work as long as it meets certain revisions, or provisions, I should say. In your board packet, we provided the form that we're going to use in case an administrator would like to request outside work, an agreement for outside work performance. And Olivia Bailey, our coordinator, our elementary coordinator from Teaching and Learning, does some contract work with Uvalde ISD. And so she has submitted this form for your approval. And so Ms. Bailey provided a written contract detailing the services that she submitted to the board. And the board can approve this contract if it confirms it poses no harm, avoids conflict of interest, and ensures services are performed on the administrator's own personal time. And to increase visibility, transparency, and accountability, those contracts approved by the board are, of course, subject to public record. Are there any questions in regards to this outside service agreement?
No, she said that's on her personal time, not on.
Yes, it will, if it's all on her personal time. And the form that she's filled out, she agrees and even submits her work schedule.
So there again, an educator would have to inform us to let us know that this is something.
Yes, and so I could be coming, I might see you every month with one of these outside agreements. But so anytime an administrator, and this House bill defines an administrator as anybody in a leadership capacity in the school district. And so there's a lot of us that fall under that definition. And so if it does not have conflict, we could not approve an outside contract if they did direct service with, like Region 20 does direct contract service with the district. However, Uvalde ISD does not. So that's why we're bringing this to you for your approval.
So it's probably educators that have a certain skill set, if they're subject matter experts. This is probably not uncommon.
Yes, very
But
common.
now
She
it's
also,
requiring disclosure, now everyone's gonna know.
yes, she also provides that same service to Floresville ISD.
Ms. Bailey is a elementary
certified
specialist, but she is.
For the Reading Academy,
Yeah,
Texas Reading
early
Academy.
literacy, and she does our reading academies for all of our teachers, and she works with Uvalde and does their trainings as well for them.
Does she go like on weekends, or how does she go?
She would, sometimes she takes her own personal day off.
Okay,
And then outside her own school hours and on weekends in the summer.
okay.
She was previously doing some work with Region 20,
Yes,
but due to the new law, we do contract work with Region 20, so she had to sever that agreement. But since we don't do any direct work with Uvalde as a district, she's able to continue that one.
This is.
Correct. This is a new
That's
law.
new.
I haven't seen it.
New from the House bill
Bring
that
it
went
to
into
us now.
effect.
September 1st.
But when you take a personal day, isn't the district paying your full day's pay and you're just losing the subs pay, or is she losing a full day's pay when she does that?
She's losing her pay because she's taking one of her personal days that she would have got paid for, and she's not getting paid for it now.
Well, no, she would still get paid because you take a day off, you can go do whatever you're gonna do on your day off.
I just remember historically that, because I remember at one time.
We did have to
that was
pay
ever
for
before.
prior to, I believe, 2014, you had to, professional staff did have to pay for their sub. And so we have those banked into a special category of days because they got more than the 10 days that we currently provide. And we call those old personal days. And you do still have to, if you use an old personal day and you have them, you're gonna use them, you still have to, we still have that sub rate. It's the sub rate at that time, which was $65.
No, but isn't she still getting a salary? Any employee, you're still getting a salary when you take that sub, because the deduction for a sub is not the same as losing a full day's pay, like when the teacher uses all their absences or all their balance or leave balance, then they're deducted a full day's pay.
Right.
So wouldn't you technically still be getting paid by the district when you're taking that
Well,
substitute?
well, you could look at it both ways. You know, you have these your 5 state and your 5 local, and they're yours. So there's you could say the money is already yours because
If it's a state day. If
state.
it's a local day,
Either one.
then we're paying it.
Well, either way, we're paying, whether it's a state or local day, we're still paying.
You get that day off anyway, the paid day.
You can do what you want to or what you need to on that day. And if she goes and does contract work with somebody else, then she can.
Then
but
technically
she's
she-
deducted a leave day from us.
She's getting paid twice, if that's what you're asking the question.
Yeah,
She's
it's a
actually
double
getting
dipping.
paid, but she's entitled to that, to PTO, 5 and 5. And if she goes somewhere else and works on the same day, she'll get
You get the day off
compensation
anyways,
based
yeah.
on the
Would-
contract
For
rate.
reducing her leave day. Because we had staff members that
Take personal
work
days
flea
to.
markets. They may take a day off to go work a flea market. Well, that's, they're still taking that.
It's their
day.
personal day.
It's their-
But that's not why that this bill particularly was passed.
No, I believe it was
That
conflict of interest, like entities that had direct, a quid pro quo type thing, if they worked with because this is specifically geared towards an educational entity. So the whole conflict of interest and transparency, I believe.
The law also specifically says superintendents and assistant superintendents can do
They
no
cannot.
work for any entity that we do business with or an entity that does business with any school district in the state of Texas. So I can't do anything on the side, nor can assistant superintendents do anything on the side for a company out of El Paso that does business with some district up in Amarillo. I still couldn't do any side work, which I haven't.
So your day off, you'd have to go play golf or something.
You would have to.
It'd be a true personal day. You still get paid for it, but
Correct.
you can't go work for somebody else. You'd have to take that day. That's still, you still earn.
Can't go work anywhere else in education.
And yeah, so this just allows them to go somewhere else and work instead of going to another district to work, basically. Like
Yes, sir, as long as they don't have a direct connection with
To ours.
Floresville ISD.
Okay.
That's the key, cannot have any connection to us.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay. Administration recommends the board approve the request for an administrator to perform outside services as presented.
Mr. President, I move to accept administration's recommendation.
I'll second.
We've had a motion by Mr. Sabota and a second by Mr. Fleer. Any further discussions or questions regarding the motion? Show of hands in support, in favor? 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
The board will now convene into executive session pursuant to section 551.072, deliberation regarding real property, pursuant to section 551.04, personnel, resignation, retirements, employment of probationary contract employees, employment of term contract employees, and administrative contract personnel and superintendent's formal evaluation. Note the time is 7:29. It's 8:50, we're coming out of closed session. There was nothing to vote on out of the closed session. So we have concluded our agenda for this meeting. Is there any further business? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned at 8:51.